What's up, everybody? Junkie Junker here, and I'm bringing you another MOAB, this time on Seatown, because my good friend, Mr. Sea Badger, Greased Up Badger, Nubcake, whatever you want to call him, asked for some tips and tricks on Seatown. So that's what I bring. I bring some tips and some tricks and some spinning on the A flag on Seatown. That's probably the most tricks that I'll actually do. But a couple of little tips. I will show a couple of them during the game, so I'll kind of explain those more whenever they come along. But Seatown is a very, one-way game. So, they can only come from certain directions. Like, you have 3 different entrances to, B. You have, the market, you have the main street, and then you have the middle. So, for me, whenever the game starts, I always run and try to guard the middle, which is what most people try to come down from whenever they have the C-Dom spawn. So the beginning of the game, actually, it's kind of like a crabby start to a game. I think I get 4 or 5 deaths right at the beginning, or 3 deaths, or 4 deaths, something like that. I get a bunch of deaths right at the beginning, and I don't really, I'm not really playing that well. I kind of was like, oh, well, this is going to be a close game. Hopefully it's, really hard fought. And I like those types of games where you actually have to, play against a decent team and play really well in order to get the win. And at the end of the game, you actually feel like you've won the game rather than just completely beating the other team into submission. But like I said, some tips, I guess, with this map. The middle, obviously, is where everybody's going to be. It is, this little market area. And that kid just got straight turned on. But you don't want to stay in this area for very long if you can help it. If you keep losing B, or if, B's, being contested a lot, you might have to stay a little bit more in this area. But there's a lot of areas where you can actually cover B and, still get to that area fast enough to prevent the other team from capping it. So where I just came from, that's one of the areas where you can kind of be. Everybody likes this balcony because it overlooks everything, but this is one of the worst places that you want to be on this map. Everyone converges in that area. So you don't really want to stay in that area for very long. You can go up there, get a couple kills. I think I do that every once in a while. I might hop up there for a little bit, even in this gameplay, but I don't stay up here. I will never stay in this area except for kill confirmed. But kill confirmed is a wholly separate, different game. You can stay in this area if you have a good headset and you have SitRep Pro on. You'll know exactly where they're coming because you can just hear their feet, just doot, 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 doot. And you can hear them the entire time. So, as I said, you don't want to stay in that area for domination. And I like to cap flags like a boss. But I think I actually cap another flag while I'm on the MOAB run later on in the game. But like I said, I thought this was going to be a really close game and really highly contested. So I was trying to jump on flags whenever I could. And I think whenever we were losing the B flags, whenever I went up to the top area, and one of the guys on the team was like, "You don't play the objective. You ran away from the B flag. I was the first one on there at the beginning of the game." Which, if you look, I was the first one into the middle of the. Area. Granted, I didn't go straight to the flag, because if everybody goes straight to the flag, then they're just going to run up and kill everybody right on the flag. But here I am, solo capping B flag by myself with no help from any teammates. They're all just kind of staring at corners. But pick up the specialist. Now, I'm running with 2 attachments. I'm running with the extended mags and the suppressor, as Big B would say. I say silencer, suppressor, whatever the hell it is. Doesn't really matter. But everybody, I feel the big difference. I usually use range on the PP90M to be able to put people down at a longer range. But I mean, if you're getting to the specialist bonus a lot, then it really doesn't matter what your 2 attachment or what your proficiency is, because you'll get all of them eventually anyway. So I'm running the 2 attachments because I like to pick up triple sprays, which I did twice in another game. With this gun. The first time I actually put on the dual attachments with the extended mags, I started the game off, ran down, I think it was on bootleg maybe, and I ran down towards the B flag, straight into the middle, right by where everybody kind of camps and hangs out. And I ran right in there, and there was 4 of them, and I dropped 3 of them, and I didn't realize that the 4th one kind of fell down, and he ended up shooting me. But the extended mags really helps with if you get on multiple enemies. At the same time, if you have to engage multiple people at the same time, you don't have to reload, which helps a lot with having scavenger as my first perk, so then I don't have to worry about going around and picking up ammo packs all the time. I can just kind of kill 2 people while I have the extended mags and the silencer, and not really have to worry anything. With this gun, I don't recommend using rapid fire. It doesn't seem to put them down any faster. Some of the other guns, like the MP7, it seems like it works a little bit better. The PP or the P90, like the regular P90, I recommend the rapid fire plus a silencer for that gun. But for this one, it seems like it puts people down like really fast, no matter what, at close range. So I don't think you really need to have the rapid fire. Okay, so a little bit of the tips for this map. CDOM. We'll go with some of the spawn points. The CDOM and the ADOM spawn. So as you see, I just turned on this guy because I kind of knew where they were spawning. I was sitting in one of their spawns for the CDOM spawn. They're either going to spawn by that back little pool of water to my right, all the way back in that room with all the arches. They're either going to spawn in that area whenever I'm sitting there, or they're going to spawn in the little market right by BDOM. Now, that's like one of the spawn points that I'm sitting in, basically, is like the main spawn point for CDOM. I think that's actually where they start the game, or they start the game on the other corner and then they run to CDOM. But ADOM, they spawn in this little circular thing that I have right in front of me. It looks like a castle or whatever. That's where their main spawn is for ADOM, unless you push into it, and then they could spawn out on the main street or in the Red Hotel. Red Hotel's a pain in the ass spawn for everyone involved because people just camp in that thing, and that you just can't get them out. It's just a giant pain in the ass. But whenever they have if you sit on these stairs, like, you don't affect their ADOM spawn as long as you don't aim down sights into one of their actual spawn points. They'll keep spawning in that little circular thing till the cows come home. But if they're not there, they kind of move to the other side of the well where everybody jumps in, because it's the only spot where you can get that challenge where it is fall 30 feet to your death. And right there, I knifed right before I jumped up onto the ladder. If you knife before you get onto the ladder, you pull your gun up faster whenever you get to the top of the ladder. It's just a little trick. I saw it on I don't know what channel I saw it on. I saw it on another YouTube video. I would give it credit, but I have no idea where I saw it. But if you knife before you get onto the ladder, there's a couple spots on this map that have ladders. So if you knife right before you do that, you actually pull your gun up faster after you get to the top of the ladder. So if you have to engage enemies like right as you get to the top of the ladder, you don't have that as big of a weight to pull your gun up and shoot at them. Another thing that you could do is always cook the grenade on ladders now. I think you can cook a grenade. I know you can throw Semtexes or like hold the Semtex as you're going up the ladder, which is kind of amazing because you're climbing up a ladder really quickly for one hand, which is, well, and you're holding your gun. Well, whatever, you know, it's Call of Duty. You can do whatever you want. You could have like 6 different arms, but so just main tips for Seatown: never go to Main Street. It doesn't ever seem to turn out well. I prefer this far left side by the market. It has a lot more action for the most part, and if you stay pushing their spawns to the spawns that you want it to be, you'll have a lot more success. Like if you're playing solo, then you can do that a lot easier, but if you're playing in a party, like, you kind of like control spawns in a different way. But as you can see, like right here, like I'm just basically just running around, like waiting for them to spawn in different areas where I know they're going to spawn, and then just pushing them out of those areas after they spawn into those areas. So it's just, I mean, for this game, the quadrants that they spawn in are very predictable, and you can't move them very far off those quadrants. So like after you do, like, it's still predictable how they move and how everything kind of like plays out. So like they just capped A. Everybody's running off A, and I'm just kind of like running around trying to pick up kills. I actually thought I was gonna get a double MOAB this game, but I kind of ran out of time. I think I would have been. I think I was pretty close. For the most part, I think I was around 18, 19 kills again for my second MOAB. But like I said, like you can see right here, like people are still spawning in that circular little thing, and then once I push through that, they kind of spawn in the market. Like, the map's a very predictable spawning map. It's one of the easier maps to push people, I guess, in the game, rather than, you know, have the spawns, you know, revenge spawn kill you. You can kind of push the spawns to where you want them to be, and then push through that. Because, I mean, yeah, the game still has revenge spawns, but not as bad if you know where those revenge spawns are coming from. But if you want any more tips on Seatown or any other map, please let me know in the comments below. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, again, fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. Don't fuck yourself. That's kind of mean. But here's the final kill. I think I ended up going 55 and 3, 54 and 3, something like that. Nope, 54 and 5. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys.